What is going on, guys? ManicGuitar here with another game review. So, let's review The Elder Scrolls Online, the latest in the Elder Scrolls series. Not exactly the same as the original games as Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim. Another Bethesda game, so it's very much enjoyable to play. Lots of open world aspects, lots of fun. You can run around, pretty much do whatever you want. It's a little different compared to Skyrim, compared to Morrowind, compared to Oblivion, in the fact that it is not a complete open world exploration or a complete single player style RPG. This, on the other hand, is a little different. It's going to be a MMO, massive online multiplayer RPG type game, where you're going to mingle with a bunch of different people, play with different people, and trade, build, all that kind of stuff. To start, you create your character, as with every game. This, you have 3 different alliances. Each one is going to dictate where you spawn, where you start, and it kind of dictates what race you can pick. I am lucky enough to have had this pre-ordered, so I didn't really have to worry about that. I got something special where I can use any race in any type of alliance. Now, next you have your classes. You have, of course, your mages. I'm using a sorcerer this time around. There's a dragon knight, and there's also a sneaky character, you know, your average type character for doing your thievery. Let's go with that. Now again, you can, of course, customize your character based on whatever you want to do. Name him. I'm going with ManicGuitar for this character. This was a new character, a new spawn, and this is a character I decided to play with. I haven't played this game in quite some time. To be honest, it's fun, but it's not the same as the original Elder Scrolls games. It is a little bit more restrictive in that respect. You can't open everything, you can't raid everything or take everything from inventories. Characters and NPCs do respawn back after they die, and it's kind of along those aspects of massive online game. To start with, you're going to have pretty much nothing. Put your points into whatever you want to put it in. I'm putting it into Magica because I am a sorcerer. Now, the skills are a little bit different. You have a bunch to choose from, different types of skills, your 3 main arch skills, basically. And let's do a little remix. Aha! Main arch skills, you can put those into whatever you want. As you level up in skill points, that'll just keep becoming easier. You can put it into whatever you need to progress in the game. Everything from blacksmithing to enchanting, alchemy to single weapons to heavy weapons, bows, all that stuff. Restoration, magic, and destruction magic. Everything has a way to level up and has its own unique skills. So keep that in mind. To start with, I do have some stuff that I have from other characters, raw materials from the smithy, so I kind of take all that stuff. I'm also going to equip a sword to start with because I don't have anything else and I don't want to go hand to hand. I have some costumes. I did buy a couple things for this. I had the points, I figured why not. So I'm going to put on a costume just so it looks like I have regular armor on. You have that option. Same thing with the mount. You can purchase mounts. Pretty much everything is in-game purchasable. As with most games today, you don't have to buy it all at the start. Now, this is the easy type of mission to begin with. You're just going to run around, check all these crates, and eventually you will have to battle something. Every mission starts small, and then it progresses. It gets bigger, badder, and deadlier, and you usually have to do more stuff. Some are passive, some are complete active quests where you have to go in dungeons, raid things, steal things, all that kind of jazz. But this one was easy. You just had to find one thing, move on to the next objective, go talk to this guy. It's basic open world exploration. Now you'll notice I'm not really looking through everything I find because I know in this game you don't have to look through everything. Only certain objects can be opened, only certain objects can be accessed, and then you also have your social chats. I like to turn that on mute because it gets annoying sometimes when you walk into a village, especially the first spawn village. Everybody's here, everybody's talking, a lot of noise, a lot of garble, gook, and some obnoxious players here and there that do like to, you know, scream over everybody and have a good time. So I turn that on mute until I play with somebody that I want to play with. Let's run around, use our mount, you find different locations. The vistas are beautiful, the landscapes are gorgeous. With this character, I am in a southern area. I'm not 100% positive of the name, to be honest, but I am a high elf, I believe. So we're going to run through and see some very beautiful forests, find way shrines along the way, make our way to different villages, random encounters like this. Perfect way to start off a quest. Now, let's start this off, get it going, and fast forward a little bit, because this does take some time to progress, and you don't really enjoy sitting and watching boringness when I'm not really doing much but passive garbage. So, next, we're going to probably have to jump into something a little bit different, a little bit further in. This is me leveled up, same character, but this is an example of a regular sorcerer battle, boss type battle, where I am not going to survive. I die. This is what you have when you die. You have the option to respawn in this location if and only if you have a filled soul gem. Otherwise, you have to respawn at a way shrine. Because I know I'm not going to take these on, I respawn at a way shrine. But let's get to the crafting. Alchemy to start with. Just like with previous Elder Scrolls games, you're going to need to mix a bunch of ingredients together. But this case, you also have to add clear water, natural water. Every water has a purpose. Every one is a different level of ingredients. And then you have your wild ingredients. Mix them together, different arrangements. You will sometimes not know what the potion is, but then it will come out and you'll get a really good potion. But then there will also be times where you will not get what you want, in which case it will turn red and it will just be a garbage potion, nothing that you get to keep. That's just part of the game, part of the beast when it comes to doing potions. Next, let's get to enchanting. Enchanting is going to be very similar type of structure to this. You do find runes in the wild where you will be able to pick them up, and that's pretty much what all of these are. They're unknown. You have to have different skill levels to use some of them, and in order to mix them, you need 3. There are 3 different layers. You have your blues, your greens, and your yellow reds. Those are going to be your different layers of making enchantments. Once these are made, you get a glyph, in this case trifling glyph of absorb health, which is going to help be enchanted and equipped onto your equipment. You have to go into the equipment, you hit the Y button on Xbox, and you will be able to equip whatever enchantment is available. In this case, inferior glyph of health. I'm going to put this on my gloves. This will help me a little bit in the long run. And it's the same with weapons, same with staves, same with pretty much everything that you're going to do. You equip it through a menu just like that, but then you sometimes will have to charge the enchantment. In order to do so, you will need soul gems. You have the ability to have soul trap right off the bat. Use it. You won't trap everything, but you'll trap enough to recharge all of your stuff, which is very useful. Next, we're going to move on to the clothing station. Similar type concept. All of the crafting in this game is very similar concepts. You can refine raw materials like I'm doing right now, which you find in the wild, and you have to have enough to do so. But you have different layers of what you can do. You can pick what type of armor or whatever, in this case you can. You have your materials, and then you have to have your special traits. You have different traits, you have different classes of character type building, let's put it that way. And once you do, you can build, in my case, I can only do the high elf because that is all I had at this part. Again, you have different sections in all of these. Same thing's going to happen when you get to blacksmithing, creation, enchantment, all that kind of stuff. Deconstruction, I recommend deconstructing everything you find because it adds up, and you will find all kinds of cool things in the future and level up your stuff. Next, we're going to jump into one of my favorite things to do in all Elder Scrolls games to this point, Alien Dungeons. The main reason I like these is because they take forever. They're usually very large, and in this case, we're going to fast forward through it. I recommend looking through every bookshelf you find. You will find that you will get bonus skill points if you read certain books, just like with all Elder Scrolls games, but in this case it's kind of random where you find these books. Sometimes they'll be in the wild, sometimes they'll be just like this note here, sitting, chilling there on something. Make sure you always watch your back. These creatures will spawn back, and as you can see, that was a book that did help me out a bit. Now, because of my class having the sorcerer, I have a Clanfear that I can summon. Started off with a imp, if I'm not mistaken, but Clanfear it is now. I've leveled him up, and he can do a little bit more damage than he used to, and helps guard me, protect me, and keep my enemies at bay. At which point, I like to use Restoration because I think it's very helpful in a large group setting for one, and because it does heal me in the process. Now, what you're seeing right in front of us, this glowing thing, is called a Sky Shard. This is an awesome thing to find. You find them all over the place, kind of random where you find them. You can look up maps. 3 of these, you get a skill point that you can add into all your stuff. So there's 1 skill point gained from just doing the 1. And as you get skill points, you can use those in your stuff to make better skills and higher level skills, because you can morph your skills to make them stronger or to give you some sort of different advantage with said skill. Now we're just going to run around, beat things up. It's kind of nice being able to grab all inventory from all dead creatures in the area. It makes it a lot faster to get through things. Like, I'm going to get both in one fell swoop. Take everything from the inventory, put it in mine, and make our way back out. Now, again, just run through, check all your bookshelves, because there's another one. Clothing is increased. Just keep on finding that kind of stuff. It's really cool when you do. And of course, every dungeon has a boss. This case, we're going to beat its butt, because we do have some really good skills and a clan fear that can take most of the damage for us. We will take this guy on ourselves and kick his butt right there. Take all of his stuff in one pass, look at everything we can find, and there is a completion. You also get an achievement when you do this. There you go, achievement unlocked. This place has been explored, this place has been beaten. Now let's go through, make sure we grabbed everything, and then slowly make our way back out. But there's always stuff to find in these guys. With any dungeon, you'll find stuff everywhere. It's just a matter of where you look. In this case, we have blood thralls, vampires more or less. Lower class vampires, of course, they don't do much to me, but they can in a large group setting. And luckily, we do have other characters down here that can help in case something does happen. I like to jump in with them and use healing spells all at the same time. Use some of my other skills to hold these guys in place, heal myself, make stuff. That was a craftable I just used in order to increase my magic. That was a tomato soup. I like to use that kind of stuff to make dungeons a little bit easier. It's easy enough to find the raw materials. Tomatoes, why not? Use them. Go to a cooking station, you're all set to go. Just with everything, there is a specific station. Check your maps. Every city is different. Every town is different. But that is the way it goes, guys. Again, thanks for joining me, guys. My name is ManicGuitar. I really appreciate you checking out this video. I really would love for you guys to subscribe so you can see what is coming in the future. I hope to keep making these videos because they are a blast to make. For one, I love the games, and 2, it gets me back into games I haven't played in some time. 3, it gets you guys involved, and that is the best part. So hit that subscribe button, guys. Follow me on our antics through this, and catch you guys later. My name is ManicGuitar. Peace.